Hey guys, welcome to Just Average. It's me, Amanda, just an average girl giving you my honest reviews, tutorials, and how-tos. Today's episode is going to be 3 easy no-heat hairstyles, and it actually works best on greasy hair, so it's perfect for me. And if I can do it, I'm telling you, anybody can do it. It's gonna be a bubble braid edition. So what all you're gonna need for this is some rubber bands and a comb and or brush. So if your hair's already brushed out, then you're just gonna need a comb and some rubber bands. I got these off of Shein, I think. I've gotten some off of Amazon too. I usually use black or clear unless I have a really colorful outfit, and then I get the colored ones, which kind of add a pop of color to your hair. So the first one is, in my opinion, the easiest out of all the bubble braids, and it's going to be Pigtail. So you're gonna use your natural part if you want. Mine is kind of a middle-ish part. And this is the easiest one out of all of them. You're just going to pigtail. So that's step one. So one thing I've heard from people when I show them this hairstyle or I tell them about it is they're like, it just looks like a ponytail with bands in it. So one of the main steps that a lot of people miss when they do these bubble braids is the pull. This is going to give it the bubble effect, and you kind of just pull around the bubble, and this can be perfected at the end, so don't worry if you don't get it good now. So I usually go a little bit lower than I want the next bubble to be, so you have room to kind of push it up to poof it out. And see how it gets that nice bubble effect? And it's preference of how long you want to go down or how far you want to go down. I like to leave a chunk of hair out on the bottom, but I've seen it done where people go all the way to the very bottom with the bubbles, and that's cute too. Again, personal preference, and I forgot to pull apart this one, so we're just gonna do that now. So like I said, you can do it at the end. Not a big deal at all, and this actually works best if your hair is kind of greasy and not curled. If you have curly hair, I'm sure it would work. My hair naturally is pretty straight, so I don't know if I like the bottom one. My hair's really long, sorry. All right, and then I'm gonna speed it up and do the next side. There we go with the bubble braids. I like to pull the top one to kind of give a little bit of volume to the top of my head. And I like to pull out some bangs. If you really want to curl these pieces, that's cute too. I kind of like it straight. I feel like it kind of goes with the bubbles better. And that is our finished product. Took me under 5 minutes. And honestly, this hairstyle, I get the most compliments on. Whenever I wear this and I run to the store or meet with somebody, they're always like, I love your hair. And it's literally one of the easiest hairstyles I do, but it looks like you put a lot of effort into it. So it's perfect. All right, let's get into the next one. All right, this is the second no heat easy hairstyle bubble braid edition. And this one, I have 2 different sizes of rubber bands. For the length of the bubbles on the other one, I was using a skinnier one, and for this one, I'm going to use the thicker one because it's going in one. When I use those skinnier ones, sometimes throughout the day they would pop and break apart because my hair was just too much for it. Also, if you want to use just like a normal a hair tie, no breakage hair tie where there's no like metal thing, those work too. I think that's just like a little bit too much for my hair. I have a lot of hair, but it's not super thick. And if you want to use the rubber bands but you do have thick hair, you can just take 2 of those thicker ones and double up, and then I found that if one of them breaks, you got backup coverage. So All right, we're gonna use those thicker ones. And for this one, what you're gonna do is you're going to take hair and you're gonna make like, you're gonna do like a half up, half down thing, but a little bit closer to your head and not as much hair. So you can use a brush or a comb, or sometimes when my hair is not this greasy and tangled, I'll just use my hands, especially if I'm in a hurry. Also on that note, sorry if I'm breathing heavy, I'm like literally running around because I'm late, and then I decided to make this video, so I'm gonna try to do this fast for you guys. All right, I also like to pull out some face framing hair, little pieces right here, and then my bangs, just to give me something for my face. As I age, I feel like I need a little bit more help around there. All right, so the first one, you're just gonna make that pony and kind of keep this ponytail closer to your head when you tie it. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. You literally just tie it like a normal ponytail, nothing special there. Tighten it up a little bit. And then the next step is you're gonna go, I don't know, about 2 inches down, maybe an inch, I don't know what that is. Leaving some hair out. And I just use my finger for this, but if you want to be more precise, you can use a comb. But I feel like with the lines, you're kind of pulling those bubbles apart and making them bigger. So it kind of just masks all that anyways, and it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just average here, just trying to live our lives, trying to be cute without putting in a lot of effort. That's my motto, cute without a lot of effort. All right, so you're just gonna make the other ponytail again. If you want this to be more slick and precise, you can use a comb or hairspray or gel and make that super clean, which actually looks cool for like an event. But for this one, we're doing just super quick, easy, kind of messy, rockerish. So if it's a little bumpy, that's all right. That's what it looks like on this side. We're just gonna bring it up. Again, I'm gonna grab a rubber band. Hopefully you can see this. And we're gonna just make a pony. For this next pony, you're not gonna wanna tie it super close to your head. Go like maybe an inch back when you tie it. Okay, hopefully you can see that. And then that makes a little bit more space for when you wanna pull it down. And then again, we're gonna pull apart that bubble, take some hair from the middle. And it doesn't have to be perfect. The messier, the better. It's cute. I kind of like the big bump. It makes it more dramatic and like I'm a rocker kind of, even though I'm a mom, but whatever. All right, so we got that one bubble. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go about an inch or two back again and make a pony. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah. I hope you can see that. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not going super far back because then there's going to be a huge space between that bubble. Again, you're going to want to tie it off not super close to your head. Give it a little slack and then pull that. And then you're going to find where that bubble should go, the hair from earlier, and kind of just pull that apart. I like to take the outer pieces first and then later I'll look at it and see if we need some more, and then you can kind of dig in there and just pull it apart as you go. Again, it doesn't matter if it's messy, not perfect. Oh my gosh, I'm out of breath from doing my hair. I need to start working out. Okay. Anyways, I'm trying to decide, once it gets this to like towards the end, you could do 2 bubbles, but then the next one's gonna be really low. So I might just grab all of my hair back here and put it into this last bubble. Again, tie it a little bit further from the scalp. And then you're gonna tighten it. Find that bubble, pull it apart. And I feel like this is a hairstyle that throughout the day, the more you wear it, the better it looks. Because as I'm working or out and about or whatever it is, oh, for For this last part, you're just gonna do the same thing you did on the first one, just the length bubbles. It's also super cute if you have shorter hair. If you just do like that bun that goes like this, because it makes it a bubble, and then you have cute little hairs that just stick out the bottom. But my hair's super long. I also like the length of the pony to fall over my shoulder. So that's also how I do it. You're just gonna tie the rubber band around your hair. And I usually leave, I don't know, what's that, 2 inches space? Then you can pull it, which makes more of a bubble. And then I pull apart that bubble again. But anyways, back to what I was saying is this hairstyle actually gets cuter throughout the day as you're wearing it, because it gets a little bit messier, and then I'll kind of like throughout the day kind of just play with it and be like, oh, this bubble's getting flat. And then I go and I tighten the bubble, and it makes it like bigger and cuter and messier, and I love that look. I got more compliments towards the end of the day today, or the end of the day when I wear these. I always get more compliments towards the end of whenever I am somewhere. And I forgot to tighten this one, but it literally doesn't matter. You can just keep pulling it apart as you go. And I kind of like these bubbles to match these bubbles. So if you want that super tight, smaller bubbles, the spacing for that, then I would probably continue that along here just so it's more of like a seamless matchy thing. If you like really big bubbles, then continue that throughout. I'm not saying this is gonna be perfect, or nor does it match perfectly, but it kind of just helps with the hairstyle, make it look more cohesive throughout. My hair's really long. I like hair sticking out. I feel like that might be a little too much though. I don't love it when it ends with a big bubble. I kind of like a little bit of hair, but we may have to end with a bubble. I don't know, we'll see. Actually, I think we can end with a little bit of hair. That's cool. All right, so we're gonna tighten that. It makes a little bit of a bubble, makes it easier to pull apart that hair. And this is not going to be perfect. Again, throughout the day, I will check it and kind of pull it apart. I literally don't know what the back looks like right now, so if it's really messed up, sorry. I feel like that bubble needs to come apart. All right, so again, it's not super perfect, and after this video, I'll probably check myself in the mirror a few times, and I kind of just go around and pull out a couple more pieces if I feel like I need to. I love having a little bit of hair out here, and what's super cute if you have time, although this is a no heat hairstyle again, is if you were to curl these or use like a crimper, kind of match like that vibe. But I honestly like the straight look for this one. I feel like, I don't know, it looks cute. All right, so this is the full finished style 2 for the bubble braids. Super simple. It's like a little rocker mohawk thing. Again, I'll have to check this. I don't know how it's looking. But yeah, super easy. I get tons of compliments when I wear these hairstyles, and they're so easy, and it works really good on greasy hair. So there's another pro, no heat. Let me know what you guys think. All right, for the third and final easy, no heat bubble braid hairstyle, it's gonna be a combination of the first and the second one. So it's going to be pigtails, but like the second hairstyle, it's gonna start from the top and go down. So it's basically like the second one, which is 2. So what you're gonna do, excuse my poofy hair, I just took it out of that middle bubble braid. So you can brush your hair out. I'm not super anal about my part, especially with these bubble braid looks, because you can kind of pull them apart and they can be messy. But if you are, or you want, you know, a decent-ish part, you kind of just go down the middle, pull that comb down, and then separate the hair into 2 halves. All right, and then, so I'm not pulling hair from each side, I'm going to take this half and just put it in a scrunchie. All right, So now that that half's out of the way, so similar to the second look, we're gonna start, and also this is more opinion based if you want to test it out a few times just to see what kind of style you like, if you like the bubbles closer together and smaller, or if you want bigger bubbles, that will kind of tell you how many ponytails to do. I generally like to start about here, like go from the corner of your ear up. You don't have to use a comb if you're in a hurry. A lot of times I actually don't even use a comb. If you're in a hurry, just kind of grab some hair. Like I said earlier, it doesn't have to be perfect. I do like to pull some pieces out, which I do before it's in the bubble braid, so I'm not ripping out my already slightly damaged hair. Okay, so that's honestly probably the longest part. It's just that first ponytail. All right, so you're just going to make a pony, like a cute little pigtail pony up here. And that is the start to the first one. Sorry if I'm not looking right. I am using my phone as a mirror. There's also a mirror behind my phone, so I'll probably be looking all over. Okay, so the next step you're gonna do is you're just going to go about an inch further back, and I mean, you can use a comb, or I just use my finger and my nail, and I just go up and make a little part on the top. It's about how far back I go. And you're gonna take that rubber band and make a pony again. And when I do this second and further down, I don't go super tight close to my head with the pony, because that makes it easier for when you want to pull it. You have a little bit of room to pull. And then you're gonna, again, it's like you're tightening this, this ponytail when you pull this apart. And then you kind of just fluff it up. And like I said earlier, this step can be done at the end too, and I always go back and just kind of fan out the bubbles again later. You're gonna do the same exact thing again. I go about an inch back on this, on the underside, and then the top. Sorry if you can't see that really good. I can't see what I'm doing. So you're just gonna take that same pony again. I don't know if you can see. Again, tie it, but you're also gonna not tie it super close to the head. Just kind of tie it a little further back. And then we're gonna tighten it, which helps bubble this hair out. But again, I'm gonna pull it and kind of fan it out. I hope you can see my fat hands are in the way. All right, I'm also gonna preface, I'm sorry if you're seeing all my double chin out and my flappy arms, but here I'm just average. That's what it's all about, is, you know, just an average person like me. I got wrinkles and a greasy face because I was working at a school for a little bit, and a double chin because girl like to eat. So hopefully we can help each other out. I'm just showing you just an easy look from just your everyday average mom, woman, whatever. All right, again, this is how far back I'm going. Might be a little bit further. Like I said, it's up to you, it's preference. If you wanna go closer bubbles, if you wanna do further apart bubbles, that's all on you. We're gonna tie that pony. Again, not super close to the scalp, so you have that room to tighten, which makes more of a bubble. Or at least that's what I tell myself. All right, so the last hair, you probably got enough for just one more on the scalp. Then towards the end, I'll kind of go back and look and see what I want to fix. You're gonna grab more. And this part usually goes pretty fast for me, the length of the hair. And I kind of like having hair down here, so I just do bubbles. Oh my gosh, I just do bubbles all the way down. this hairstyle works out for a lot of lengths of hair. And my hair, like I said earlier, needs to be washed, but that's tomorrow. So I'm just doing these hairstyles, and it actually works better because it's not super slippery and you don't have hair falling out everywhere. I mean, it's got some product in it. It's got texture spray and hairspray from the other day. And I don't like using heat every day because I do color my hair. I usually like to leave a little bit out on the ends. Again, preference if you want it to end in a big bubble, but I kind of like that straight look at the end. And then we're gonna do the same exact thing on the other side. This is the only part that actually kind of holds me up, that makes it a little bit longer, is trying to match the bubbles to this side. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's preference, and if they're not perfect, I just try to get the same amount of bubbles, but if it's not perfectly aligned, who cares? Pull it apart, make it look messy. You'll never know. All right, so we went from about here on that side. I like to count the bubbles on my scalp to know how many ponies to do on this side, because if this one only has 3 and this one has 4, it kind of, I mean, I'm not OCD or anal, but it kind of just looks a little weird. So I'm gonna try to match the amount of bubbles on this side, and I have 2. So we're gonna have to do 2 more before we get to the end and the length. All right, and then I'm gonna count again. Stuck in my necklace. We have 1 hair tie down here, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna try to match that on this side. Like I said, it doesn't have to be symmetrical if you don't want it. It's your hairstyle. I don't know if I matched the bubbles right on this, but it's alright. It's alright. Even if the bubbles don't match, it looks good-ish. And then I will go back, usually starting from the bottom, and kind of work my way up, pulling apart the bubbles. Just pulling the outer hair apart. I'm gonna do that on the bottom part of the bubbles. You just pull the outer part of the bubble apart. And if it starts to get like, well, you can just pull it under here, which tightens this top one. And if you wanted to get fancier with this kind of hairstyle, I've done this before and it's really cute. Oh, here's my necklace. You can get, I have little bobby pins that have like little rhinestones at the end, which is super cute to stick right here or in the bubbles throughout. It adds like a little bit of bling and shine, but since I am in a hurry and this is supposed to be a super easy and all you need are rubber bands, we're not gonna do that today. But what I'm saying is you can make this look a little bit fancier if that's your thing. I'm doing it at home and not talking to a camera. I can probably do it in 5 minutes and I'm out the door. So it's perfect if you don't want to use heat on your hair is slightly greasy, or you just want to look like you put a lot of effort into your hair, but you really didn't. And honestly, these hairstyles get me the most compliments when I wear them, and everybody asks, oh my gosh, how do you do that? And it's literally so easy. So I decided to make this video. So this is what it looks like from the front, and you can pull out more pieces if that's your thing, or put all your hair back. Some of you girls can pull that off, go you, but my big face needs a little little something. And sometimes if I'm feeling fancy or have some extra time, I'll crimp this hair or curl it, and it adds a little bit more. This is the back. Again, I don't know what the back looks like right now. I'll probably have to fix it, but for now, and I generally walk around with it in front, adds a little bit more. You can see it. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy. Again, it's me, Amanda. I'm just an average girl trying to help you guys out. I don't, look perfect, and your hair doesn't have to be perfect either. So I hope you guys enjoy. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Take care. Bye.